Evening, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project, self-therapeutic psychiatric multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges in my life, as well as a self-improvement process for me to reach the guides, goals, and ambitions that I've set for myself and those around me. And so, before us, we have several photographs that we had we had photographs, and they kind of disappeared. But this is the second of, well, not second either. It's the sixth of 8 live streams. Sorry, I'm getting thrown off all over the place. Basically, we have, of course, this is the second 15-minute live stream back to back with 5 minutes gap in between. And this is running off of a marathon that I've been having for the past roughly, the past 18 hours or so. And so with that being said, it's a continuation off of certain sub-series I've mentioned about what they are, specifically related to BDMP, studying the basics, decontamination, cleaning up the room, and all that kind of stuff, as well as aftermath, which is after 4 months of hell, just trying to tie up some loose ends around in the room, specifically with inventory and office work and all that kind of stuff. So that is the kind of sub-series that is a part of the Ahn Rho Project that I'm working on right now, and that's what this marathon has been continuing off. You can check out my previous live streams, of course, right here on Twitch, YouTube, wherever you're coming from, and that's a continuation of, this is a continuation. We're just moving on from the previous live stream, which I held literally like 10 minutes ago. So with that being said, this live stream is going to focus on, what you see is what you get. On the right hand side, top and left, you see storage limits. This was supposed to be the live stream number 5 today. It doesn't really matter about the order though. So we said storage limits, photographs, depth, cooking, groceries, and health. And there's going to be a lot of photographs, a lot of photography, a lot of foods, and I'm just going to try to clear and get rid of so that we can move on with other topics. Now, of course, the fifth live stream I just covered 10 minutes ago had to do with scanning. And if I could take away the photographs right now, of course, what you see is a lot of that home-cooked meals, which we'll get to. But I was just over here, and about 5-10 minutes ago, we see not these supplements here, but you see the papers and forms and how I was talking about how I had to get electronic records of all of these scanned, and I also took a lot of scans of these products here. You see the USBs and stuff like that, even some product gift guides and so on and so forth. And I was going around the room. This is region D2 of the room, and I broke down the room in terms of logistics, where they belong. So that's D2, and that's C over there. But most importantly, region A here, where the office is, where the devices I've decided to put away. Ooh, heavy contrast. Some paperwork where I decided to put away there, even some stuff, financial stuff here. I want to go back to a little bit of content in the previous live stream because I missed it. And that's basically this envelope here I forgot to mention very quickly. Of course, it's still relevant to this live stream. It says storage anyways. But needless to say, that one over there is a form that's for the side business that I'm running in terms of side business, so science, research, development, and biomedical products. So that's something that has to do with payment and auto deposit. And I needed to write down the address and get that all scanned, including, say, for example, a void check or whatever it is that I need to include inside that completed package. So that's something I missed in the previous live stream. But also it is somewhat related to this one. Taking a look at this one's title, I can see on the right hand side it says storage limits, and I was talking even then in the previous live stream, they kind of blended into with each other. I was talking about how I was running short on space in terms of not just this laptop right here, but also the phone, the laptop, and so those are hardware devices, right? Of course, but we were also running short of space in terms of the platforms that I've been using. So the playlists are being maxed out. For example, on Twitch, you can only have about 200 live streams or uploads or VODs per playlist, and so on and so forth. So I have to create new playlists. I have to find a way to get more space on my laptop, as well as this phone, some makeshift purchases, maybe for some USBs. I have one already, as well as getting also on cloud, right? Cloud Drive. So think of Google. That one too is also running out short on space. So there's just a whole lot of stuff that I have up in the pipeline that I need to get done in terms of storage issues. So with that being said, now we can get to the photography, because the photography is mainly one of the main reasons why I'm running short on space. So I can dive right here. This is what we took photographs, at least in part of. There's only maybe 20%. You can see these are the real items, of course, in physical form. Some bananas. You have these like Sri Lankan Indian snack foods. We have some cookies. We have some drinks down here. We have these plastic spoons and more packaging at the back, which I will reuse the packaging for putting in bagels and stuff like bread and ham and chia seeds when I bring to work for dinner. And so this is the beginning. We're going to start off with the photographs. I'm going to pull up some, and we're going to start off with debt. So you take a look at the title, it says not just grocery items, obviously, it says also cooking and debt. So we're going to start running through the photographs. We have roughly about 8 minutes left, so let's continue. And starting with this first photograph, it's a birthday cake. So one of my guardians, who again I've been trying to take care of because they have severe illness right now, and just trying to get them up to task. One of them lost their job, and so on and so forth, yada yada. But anyways, it's birthday, so it's a good news. So Merry Christmas, everybody who's coming back. This is basically a birthday cake for someone who actually has their birthday on Christmas. So it's a Christmas boy. And in a lot of ways, due to domestic household issues, I tend to look at them as kids because they're just kids who never grew up. And that's hurt me a lot when I was young and even all my life. But at the end of the day, guardians are guardians. They gave you food and shelter. I always try to take responsibility for their matters as well as my own issues that may have developed. And so Merry Christmas and happy birthday. And this is that cake. It's a mango orange cake. So I can show more photographs right here. This one, in fact, is a photograph in the morning. So you can see the Ensure, if you're familiar. Ensure is like a meal replacement kind of shake. You can get it from Walmart real cheap. Basically, I put that inside my oatmeal, which I'm going to show a much better photograph right here. So you can see all the ingredients here. You have the oatmeal, we have the fudge cookies, which is not that healthy. Don't do what I do. Like I said, one of my major issues that I'm trying to cover on stream for public scrutiny, but also my own scrutiny. This is basically a project for me to look back on 30 years down the road. I have a lot of stress and binge eating habits right now, and that's a bad issue I got to sort out. So that's that, just being real and honest and covering the good, the bad, and the ugly. But we have some, obviously I'm trying to mix it up. I have the meal replacements with the full vitamins, minerals, all that kind of stuff. We have a little bit of tasting for the cookies, and we have the oatmeal. On top of that, more photographs right here, right? High detail. Now, there are some things here that aren't so much related to this. So we have class 2 items. Class 1 items are things that I purchased with my own hard-earned money. Class 2 items are things that are from, say, my guardians. Class 4 items are things from, so class 1, class 2, and class 4. Class 4 come from fellow staff and colleagues and friends and so on and so forth. So these are class 2 items. These are home-cooked meals. You can see that Guangdongbin. So basically it's just like Cantonese egg noodles. Plus down here, this photograph has leafy greens. We have a lot of that kind of stuff in Chinese, traditional Chinese cuisine. Ground pork, all that kind of jazz. So moving that off to the side here, we're just running through as fast as we can. We got some wonton meat, so it's very important. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, that kind of stuff, as well as chicken. I should zoom it up a little bit so you guys can see, but it's not that great of a picture anyways. You can see it's all blurry. It's all right. We're just going to move on, keep on going, right? We're trying to clear inventory. These things, I guess I don't have to show too much of. Let's move on to new items here. So here's a nice cake that's been sliced up. So here's the cake, happy birthday cake, right? So orange and mango. And really it's important that I actually try to do something with these photographs aside from just keeping on storage. I'm supposed to get rid of them after I put them on, say, Flickr or whatever is a Imager or I don't know, Photo Bucket, or what's another one? Instagram, of course, Instagram. I'm gonna forget Instagram. So I'm supposed to use the photographs and get rid of them so that I get more storage space, which you see in the title. I obviously am not doing very good at that. Never doing a very good job of that right now. Now, also it's Christmas, and so we have more products here, and this one's a gift item, so it's a class 4 item from the landlord. So we have this large photograph down here, and you see it looks like to be chocolate. It's a toffee chocolate. Now, I didn't actually record that. I'm supposed to do that. So if I take away the photograph right now, obviously the laptop, I'm supposed to record all this on Excel, because what I like to do as a part of the Ahn Rho Project is record not just inventory for organization's sake, kind of like a business inventory and keeping track of all the items like UPC, SKU, but apply to a business and to applying business fundamentals over to personal life. There we go. But also I like to do it to remind myself, and this is just a good way to live your life. Constantly show appreciation and gratitude for all the people around you and what they do for you, and also just not just in terms of material possessions, but what it symbolizes. So right here is a Christmas gift, and I'm not usually familiar with Christmas gifts. Most of my life I don't get those, so I'm not going to dive in too much into that. It's pretty negative, but the point is, this is a toffee candy kind of thing. It looks really nice. I very much appreciate that from the landlord, and just showing some gratitude and appreciation right there. So that's something I had to record on Excel. Now let's move on to more photographs right here. It seems like I covered this already, but I have a whole bunch of them. So more cake photographs. Okay, good. Okay, more close-up shots. Again, if you really want to do this, I'm supposed to take responsibility, meet up with my commitments and put them online, but I haven't. It's just I'm constantly being swamped. Okay, some new photographs here. So good. So this is stuff I ate today. Looking at the time, good. All right, we're kind of on track. We have a lot of rice, so that's kind of a Chinese meme right here. So don't scream racism, guys. Okay, don't get offended about this. I'm okay. Don't do that. All right, that's not gonna do us any good. We want to keep things positive and moving. So the point is, yes, I do eat rice. So here's rice, but typically this is not what I do. In fact, this is a very rare occasion. Like I said, class 2 items I'm not supposed to use, and that has a lot to do with my personal insecurities and a lot to do with my personal issues. So class 2 items I'm not supposed to use, but I again have to show gratitude for what I use. And so we have this bucket rice here mixed up with a lot of this kind of food, and I have covered a little bit of brevity of the issues I've had in terms of domestic and household issues in previous live streams. But the point is, even still, always appreciate what you have. If someone provides you food, shelter, clothing, that is so important because that is to your survival. Third world country needs first, all right? That is the bottom hierarchy of Maslow's social needs. Make sure that you always appreciate people when they do that for you. And that's what I want to do here. I want to showcase all the food here. Again, that, they cook, and I really am, if I really have this many issues, I should take responsibility of my binge eating and stress eating right now and just not touch the food. And that's my fault. That's my responsibility, my mistake. There's no one else to blame for this. And, everyone has made mistakes in the past, and whatever they've done to me, again, I've probably done to other people as well. So that's my mistake here. I'm not supposed to be eating this. So let's talk about the food, what it is. In fact, let's move it to more positive things. So the ingredients are, you can take a look at the recipe. It's cooking, right? So this is some sort of fish. I don't know what it is. I think it's red herring. It was boneless. And of course, we have the ground pork. It looks kind of nasty because you see the fat kind of up there, but that's just because in the winter it gets cold, right? And they left it outside. Now we see here some more platters here, and these have to do with, so lapchung is a kind of Chinese traditional sausage right there, very salty. Maybe, I don't know, you may like it, you may not, I don't know, try it out. But it's a stir fry right here. So you see some flat green beans, some chopped up carrots, as well as some of that black stuff is actually like a seaweed kelp. Probably maybe not be to your taste. It's up to you. I suggest you try it out before you make any judgments. And then of course we have some more of this basil herb mixed in with the fish and so on and so forth and blah-de-da. Green onions. I'm just trying to run through some of these photographs here and show the last few ones here. So this one's kind of disgusting, by the way. You can see the fat. Gross. All right, we got about 30 seconds left, so we'll just show grocery items. Finally, cookies on the shelf, chips on the goddamn shelf. My goodness, super unhealthy. Don't do what I do. Like I said, binge eating, my problem, my fault. No one else is at fault for this. You see all the prices. I decided to buy them mostly because they're on sale, but it doesn't change the fact that they're not healthy for me at all. Don't do what I do. This is me going through the project, trying to solve my issues. And we're back to storage. So I'll end off the photographs, end off the live stream with the photographs up here and say take home message. So we are 6 take home message, very important. Take care of your health, your finances, your relationships, and yourself. Make sure they become a strong, disciplined, responsible individual, because that's the best thing you can do for the people you care for as well as yourself. Hope to see a better version of myself as well as you tomorrow morning. 10 seconds left. This is Ahn Rho signing out. Ciao, and we'll continue off with more of the marathon.